This is Irene Woods. Welcome to the beginner lesson series for the GK370 knitting machine. In lesson 1, we will learn how to thread the carriage, cast on, knit even in stockinette stitch, and bind off. To begin, place the yarn on the floor in front of the machine. Threading the carriage, method 1. Hold the yarn tail in your right hand and the yarn coming from the ball in your left. Slide the yarn into the yarn clip, into the yarn guide, through the tension spring, and down into the yarn slot in the carriage. Push it back firmly into the yarn slot. Threading the carriage, method 2. Fasten a clip on the yarn tail. Hold the clipped yarn tail and push it firmly into the yarn slot in the carriage. Place the yarn into the eyelet on the tension spring. Under the yarn guide, and into the yarn clip on the bottom of the carriage. We will now knit a small sample. Use the flat side of the needle selector. Bring a group of needles all the way forward. Using the 1x1 side of the selector, return every other needle to position A out of work. This is all the way back on the needle bed. Thread the carriage using either method and knit 1 row. Hang the cast-on comb and knit 1 row. If you push the end needle out of work, return it in line with the working needles now. Knit 2 rows. Hang a weight in the slot on the cast-on comb. Continue to knit. Uh-oh, there is a problem. See how the right side of the cast-on comb hangs lower than the left? This is not good. The fabric will be longer on the right side. We need to start over. Remove the yarn from the carriage. Take the carriage across empty and the fabric falls off the bed. Thread the carriage and cast on again. Center the slot on the cast-on comb under the needles. If it is not centered, the comb tilts and it pulls the fabric down longer on one side. This time I am hanging the comb with the teeth facing me. Lift the yarn above the teeth past the last working needle. Bring the alternate needles back to work position. Set the row counter to 0, 0, 0. Knit one row. Check to be sure the cast-on comb is straight. Hang a claw weight in the slot. You don't always need to have a weight in the cast-on comb slot. Hanging a weight on each edge sometimes works better. Remove the weight. And the cast-on comb. We are going to bind off with the yarn needle. This is called a backstitch bind off. Take the yarn out of the carriage. Measure it about 2 1/2 times across the working needles and clip it. Thread the end into the yarn needle. Pass the needle from back to front through the first stitch. Pass the needle from back to front through the second stitch. Pass the needle from front to back through the first stitch, then back to front through the third stitch. Continue on this way across. Back up one stitch, insert the needle through it front to back. Skip under one stitch and come up from back to front through the next one. Be careful not to let the yarn wrap around a needle. It tends to get caught in the hooks. When you come to the end, pass the needle down through the second stitch from the edge. Go under the edge stitch. Then pass the needle from front to back through the edge stitch. Lift the fabric up and away from you to release it from the needles. This bind off can be worked starting from the left side if you prefer. Either way, it is a neat, stable edge. This concludes Lesson 1. Until next time, happy knitting!